Hello everyone and welcome back to the Denver Broncos franchise. In today's episode, we're going to be facing off against the Ravens in week number 4. Denver is 1-2 after a loss to the Chiefs in week number 3, but the offense is starting to look a little bit more like an offense, which is good. Let's take a look at standings through the first 3 weeks, shall we? The Bengals are 3-0. The Ravens, who we're playing today, are 2-1. The Steelers 1-2 and the Browns 0-3. In the South, the Titans are 2-1. The Jags are 2-1. The Colts are 2-1. And the Texans are 1-2. In the AFC East, the Dolphins have started 3-0. Bills 2-1, Jets 1-2, and the Patriots 0-3. In the AFC West, the Raiders are 2-1, the Chiefs are 1-2, the Broncos are 1-2, and the Chargers are 1-2. In the North, the Bears are 2-1, the Vikings 1-2, the Lions 1-2, the Packers 0-3. In the NFC South, the Panthers start 3-0. Saints are 2-1, the Falcons are 1-2, and the Bucks are 1-2. In the NFC East, the Eagles are 3-0, the Cowboys are 2-1, the Giants are 1-2, and the Commanders are 0-3. And finally, in the NFC West, the 49ers are 3-0, the Cardinals are 2-1, the Rams are 2-1, and the Seahawks are 0-3. The Seahawks notably went 2-15 last season. They are one of the worst teams in the NFL right now for some reason. The other big thing that I will mention, and I'll continue to mention it until he's back, Jerry Jeudy has an abdominal tear, will miss this and the next 2 games before returning. Britton Venable will miss 2 more games. I actually believe he will miss 3 games more in total because he's on the injured reserve, which requires he miss 8 games, or 8 weeks rather, and after his 2 games, he would still have a game left. We've got more players ready to negotiate. I saw somebody in the comments recommend that we possibly trade Javonte Williams, so we're gonna wait a little bit longer to decide on if we're re-signing him or not. I'm not going to give him an offer just yet. He really is a pretty good back with high upside. He is 24, which, you know, I'm not one to say that 24 is old, but in the case of running backs, it can be. He only has star dev. He is improving, just not as quickly as maybe I would like. We'll see if we can get him to superstar dev, but then at that point, he's going to want even more money. I don't know. We'll see. He might be a guy we trade away. Baron Browning, of course, I do want to keep around. The big thing is he wants to play in a big market, and he wants the team to have a franchise quarterback. We're not a big market. We're kind of a medium market, and we definitely don't have a franchise quarterback. This was the previous offer I sent him. We could go up on this a little bit. We're not going to get a franchise quarterback this year. Let's go a full $1 million up. We'll go 5.5 salary, 6.5 bonus, make the offer, and he signed. So we have re-signed our 3 superstar X Factor players. Last week we re-signed Jerry Jeudy and PS2, and this week we re-signed Baron Browning. So we're looking good for the future. But anyway, let's get into things going on for our week 4 matchup. We've got a QB1 check-in, and I get the feeling this is going to tell me Gardner Minshew's playing bad. Team has struggled out of the gate so far, and when that happens, a lot of blame is usually placed on the quarterback. I don't know. The defense has been miserable as well. That's not Gardner's fault, but Gardner has played really bad. He played pretty well in our loss against the Chiefs, but it's still overall been bad, I think. I'm going to blame the team, though, because it's a team sport, and the defense has been horrendous, specifically in the run game. The age-old saying is that football is a team game. We win as a team, we lose as a team, we take blame as a team. No one player can pull us out of it. We all have to dig out of this hole together. Beat the Ravens. Oh, God. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I don't see beating the Ravens being overly likely. They're a very good team, 85 overall, according to Madden. It's going to be a tough one. Let's get into the weekly strategy, see what we've got going on. Defend deep pass is currently what we have selected. I think we maybe contain QB scramble. Offensively, I still think we just need to work on running the ball. We've been terrible running the ball. So we do know Chester Truman is superstar. We have yet to reveal these 3, and we've got Devin Bush in here, just trying to get him a little bit better. Walt Morris, of course, I'm okay with starting him after week 4 potentially, depending on how Gardner's doing. Go ahead and start the training. Hopefully no injuries once again. Always praying for no injuries. We'll scroll down the list here. Defensively, nobody is injured. And offensively, where we are already without Jerry Jeudy, we'll see if we have any injuries here. And we do. Right tackle Mike McGlinchey has a broken finger, and I would assume will miss this game. Mike McGlinchey with a broken finger will miss this game and the next one. So the next 2 games, we don't have right tackle Mike McGlinchey. Let's go ahead and make some upgrades. Greg Dulcich has an upgrade. He is a big time trade target. I think he would be excellent to trade away. We obviously picked up Rashad Winters, who even though is lower in overall currently, I do think will inevitably be better than Greg Dulcich, even with his superstar dev. But the more we can improve him, the better his stock goes, the higher his stock goes. Do possession for this one. He's up to a 77 overall. Big upgrade for him. +1 awareness, +1 ball carry vision, +1 catch in traffic, +1 catching, +3 lead block, +2 medium route running, and +1 pass block for the superstar tight end. Cameron Fleming has an upgrade. This is a pretty big deal because we do need him to play quite a bit better with Mike McGlinchey out. Really, his weakest thing is pass blocking, so let's put this into pass protector. And then rookie middle linebacker Tim Ragland has an upgrade, and we need him to be a lot better in coverage. That is what I like my middle linebackers to be good at, is coverage. So instead I clicked field general because I'm an idiot, and he did get +1 zone coverage, so I guess I can't complain. It also makes him a scheme fit. With Mike McGlinchey out, that promotes right tackle Robbie Cameron, the rookie out of USF, to the starting role as a 64 overall for today. I think what I'm going to do instead is start Jackson Carman. I don't think Robbie Cameron is ready to start, to be honest, if we look at his ratings. Also, just out of curiosity, I am going to place Javonte Williams and Greg Dulcich on the trade blocks just to see what teams are offering. But anyway, let's not waste any more time. Let's get into our game against the Ravens. Empower Field at Mile High once again. Another home game here for the Broncos. We have a player spotlight here, and I do have the Broncos in their ice-capped, snow-capped, whatever you want to call them, helmets. Gardner Minshew in the last game was actually exceptional, honestly. 393, 4 touchdowns, and a garbage time interception. We'll see if he can replicate that in the next couple weeks. Riley Dixon will kick us off, and we are underway here in Denver, likely taking a knee in the middle of the O, and that is where Lamar Jackson and this Ravens offense will take the field. For the first time today, we'll see his season stats so far through 3 games, and they are looking very good. 679, 8 touchdowns, and not a single pick so far. So what can the Ravens offense do first time on the field today? Denver defense at full health, I believe, currently. Nobody injured there, and this will be a reception for Mark Andrews, who outruns Pat Surtain II. And has a 1st and 10 to the 44. Denver immediately off to a not great start. 1st and 10, the Ravens already in Bronco territory. It's a keeper for Lamar Jackson. He's got a ton of green in front of him, and blockers downfield, breaks a tackle, and Zach Allen has to come all the way from the line of scrimmage to make that tackle, and they're already inside the 20. With a rushing quarterback, I imagine that our defense will only struggle even more, as we haven't been able to really stop the run unless your name is Drew Sanders, in which case you just earned superstar development. Makes it 2nd and 9 from the 17, and Lamar will be handing this off to Dobbins. Has a ton of blockers downfield, gets tripped up at the 5, but it's going to be a 1st and goal for the Ravens. From the 5 with a double tight end set to the left side, somebody jumped. I think it was the left guard. This will be a false start. That backs him up to the 10. Still 1st and goal, though. From the 10-yard line, Lamar will look to throw. Tries to find Bateman, and he does in the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. Rashad Bateman, after only 5 plays for the Ravens, finds the end zone, and that's 6 on the board for Baltimore. So from their own 25, the Broncos take over. Already down by a score. Gardner Minshew, we'll take a look at his stats again. So far on the season, 778, 6 touchdowns, and 3 picks through 3 games. He's not the worst quarterback that Denver has ever had, but he doesn't rank highly. On 1st and 10 from the 25, it's a handoff to Javonte Williams, and he's to the right side, has a good carry. It's a pickup of 7. Looking for good performances out of him. Tyler Beatty checks into the game after only 1 play for Javonte. So on 2nd and 3 from the 32, it is a handoff for Beatty, and he goes next to nowhere, only 1 yard. Tyler Beatty has not been great this year coming out in replacement of Javonte Williams. And on 3rd and 2, Minshew takes the snap, looks to throw for Marvin Mims. It's out of reach. Perfect accuracy, but out of reach. So the Ravens take over. Denver has to punt. And from the 22, in the pistol formation, Lamar will throw quickly, finds his man. That's Zay Flowers with PS2 in coverage, getting scorched. 1st and 10 already to the middle of the field. Pat Surtain already been burnt twice today, once by Andrews, now by Zay Flowers, and that's going to be another false start for the Ravens. This has the makings of what could be a very brutal game for the Broncos so far. Got one in motion, and it is a keeper for Bateman, and he finds room up the middle and gets to the 49. It'll be 2nd and 8 on that 2nd down. It's going to be a handoff to Dobbins. Gets away from Drew Sanders. Cameron Bynum brings him down. Baron Browning tried to punch it out. 3rd and 11. A stop here for the Broncos would be huge. Pat Surtain lined up with Andrews on the line for some reason. And that is a completion. Make it 1st and 10 from the 34 after the conversion for the Ravens. And it's a keeper for Lamar Jackson. Again, Kelvin Joseph needs to make a tackle, and he does. Only a pickup of 4 for Lamar. That one could have been way, way worse. So glad that Kelvin Joseph was able to make a secure tackle, as Lamar will throw to the left side and has a completion to Zacchaeus. But it's going to be 3rd down. On 3rd and 7 from the 31. Denver looking to get away with as little points as possible for the Ravens. Dobbins breaks a tackle and then is laid out by Pat Surtain and is injured on the play. And it's going to be 4th down and 5 for the Ravens. Looks like they will settle for the Justin Tucker field goal attempt. And so from the 29, they kick the field goal. It is up. It is good. And it's going to be a 10-0 lead for the Ravens. So an absolutely miserable start for the offense on the first drive. We'll see if we can improve on that this time from the 25. Handoff, Javonte Williams. He has a good carry. Gets excellent blocking from Marvin Mims, and he's got a 1st down, averaging 10 a carry right now. Tyler Beatty back in the game once again. Javonte's stamina must be low or something. He's getting subbed out a lot. Tyler Beatty on the carry gets nothing. So on 2nd and 10 from the 38, we'll look to throw with Gardner Minshew. And we're going for Chester Truman. Drops it. He has struggled with drops to this point. 3rd and 10. Then the only thing with Chester Truman is he does not have the surest of hands, but he makes big plays all of the time. This is a throw for Marvin Mims, which is caught. And that's going to be a 1st down for the Broncos. The first completion of the day for Gardner Minshew. On 1st and 10 from the 43, Javonte Williams in the game. It'll be a carry for him. And he's got a good one here. Another good carry for Javonte Williams. Only 3 on the day, but 29 yards already. And again, Tyler Beatty immediately subbed in. I don't know why Javonte Williams is so gassed today, but it is what it is. We'll go in the direction of Greg Dulcich, and I thought that was going to be picked. It was overthrown by Gardner Minshew, 3rd and 1. On 3rd down and 1. We're going play action. Go across the middle of the field. Gardner hit as he throws, and it falls incomplete. It's going to be 4th and 1 from the 34. And we will also settle for a field goal. Our kicker, though, is Tanner Brown, not Justin Tucker. And that kick is up, and it is right down the middle, and it has the leg. It is good. It is 10-3 in favor of the Ravens. J.K. Dobbins, already back in the game, did not miss really any time from that injury. 1st and 10 from the 25 for the Ravens as they take over on offense. This is a quick throw for Andrews, covered by Devin Bush, but still has the reception. Makes it 2nd down and 6 with 1.5 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Lamar, out of the shotgun, will be throwing yet again, rolling, dumps it off to Dobbins. And they're going to be short of the first. It'll be 3rd and 3. 3rd down and 3. This would be a huge stop for the Broncos defense. It's a handoff to Dobbins, and they're not going to get it. He cut it back to the right. No one had the edge, and it's a 1st down for the Ravens. 1st and 10 from the 40, out of the shotgun again, and it's a interception for Cameron Bynum. It all happened so fast. I had no idea what was going on. It was an RPO, and Lamar Jackson throws it over the middle, and Cameron Bynum, right place, right time. Inaccurate throw from Jackson, and it's a pick, and Denver has the ball at midfield. The way that Bynum caught it, he almost looked as surprised as I did. Denver takes over from the Ravens 49 on offense. It's a handoff to Javonte Williams, breaks a tackle. An excellent broken tackle, a pickup of 3. Makes it 2nd and 7 from the 46. Roquan is in the zone. Of course, going to look to avoid him as we almost gave the interception right back. Rashad Winters ran into somebody, and it goes incomplete. 3rd and 7 for Denver. Minshew will look to throw, finding Chester Truman over the middle. Can't juke out Hamilton, but has a first down inside the 25. 1st and 10 Denver. That's the end of the first quarter as well. It's 10-3 for Baltimore with Denver in plus territory. 1st and 10 from the 24. Minshew looking to throw. Going to find Chester Truman, who makes the grab, cuts it upfield. Tackled by Roquan Smith at the 12. So from the 12, Minshew will look to throw. Gonna go to the left side, and it is dropped by Marvin Mims. After the unfortunate drop, it's 2nd and 10 from the 12. And we'll go on the ground this time. A handoff to Javonte Williams. Has excellent running room and is inside the 5. Can't quite get the first, so it'll be 3rd and short. 3rd and 2 from the 4. We can get the first down without getting into the end zone, but we'd like to do both, as this is a throw for Winters, and it's swatted away. Great coverage by Patrick Queen. 4th and 2 coming up. Denver lined up to go for this on 4th and 2 from the 4. Minshew takes the snap, hands off Javonte Williams, and nobody blocked Patrick Queen. He breaks up another play, and it's going to be a first down for Baltimore from the 5. Well, at least they have terrible field position. I guess that's the only silver lining here, as Lamar will keep it, and he has a ton of running room. It doesn't matter what their field position is, because Lamar Jackson can break off massive runs to the 26 already. 1st and 10 for Baltimore from the normal starting position at the 26 instead of the 25, I guess, is the only difference. And it's a handoff to Dobbins. Has excellent blocking. Drew Sanders will have to chase him down. He can't do it. Caden Stearns can't even bring him down, but pushes him out of the bounds at the 46 in Denver territory. They started from the 5. It took them 2 plays, and they're already in Denver territory. It is just not looking good for this defense. It's another keeper for Lamar, and Cameron Bynum, who had the interception, makes an excellent play in the backfield. 2nd down and 11 from the 47. Lamar, bad snap, hands off Dobbins, stiff arms Zach Allen, and Drew Sanders has to clean it up. It's 3rd and 11. We're going to send a little bit of heat here for Lamar, making the throw down the field. It's caught by Zay Flowers. I don't know how a Denver defender doesn't even get a hand on that, but it's another first down for Baltimore. 1st and 10 from the 29. Baltimore moving with ease right now. Another handoff to Dobbins, and another good carry for him, brought down by Devin Bush. Tyler Linderbaum injured. On 2nd and 4 from the 23. It's another handoff to Dobbins. A great play from Zach Allen. Saves a first down. It's going to be 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1 from the 20. It's a run for Dobbins, and a great play is made. I didn't get to see who it was. Stevenson was in the backfield. It may have been Cameron Bynum once again. 4th and 3 coming up. It was indeed Bynum in on the play. Stevenson helped by pushing, I guess, but Bynum there, number 35, was the one in the backfield making the tackle. I believe he missed last week, so excited to have him back. He's playing really well. On to kick another field goal is Justin Tucker. That kick is up. It is good. Was it ever in doubt? It's 13-3, and Baltimore back up by 10. The Denver offense was moving pretty well on their last drive, just failed to get into the end zone. 1st and 10 from the 25 for them, and Patrick Queen didn't get blocked again. The same thing that happened on 4th down inside the 4. This time it didn't matter. From the 38 now, a fresh set of downs. It's Tyler Beatty in the game, and it's a handoff to him. Breaks somebody's ankles, falls forward. That's the Tyler Beatty I remember from last season. First down, actually just short for Denver. Javonte Williams back in the game quickly. 2nd and inches. We'll see if we can convert that. Again, nobody blocking Patrick Queen, who seems to be blitzing nearly every play. 1st and 10, though, for Denver. On 1st and 10 from the 47. No blitz this time. Chester Truman is open down the field, and Minshew missed him. A lot of these misses to Chester Truman would be touchdowns, and that is one I believe would have been a touchdown had it been accurate. Instead, 2nd down, Javonte Williams goes nowhere, and it's 3rd and long all of a sudden. So to recap, instead of a touchdown on a throw to Chester Truman, Minshew throws incomplete, and then we get no gain on 2nd and 10. So instead of a touchdown and 6 points, 3rd and 10 for Denver, and now a fumble recovered by Denver, but it doesn't really matter. 4th and 20, we'll have to punt it away. From the 20, Baltimore takes over yet again. 3.5 minutes left to play here in the first half. Lamar out of the shotgun will throw over the middle, caught by Andrews, brought down by Stevenson. It was Avery Baptiste in coverage, and he wasn't even close. So on 1st and 10 for Baltimore. Out of the pistol, Lamar will hand it off to Dobbins. Caden Stearns misses the tackle, and instead of basically no gain, it's going to be a huge gain for J.K. Dobbins. Caden Stearns cannot miss tackles like that. 2 minutes left before halftime, and the Ravens look primed to score. Out of the pistol again, it's a fake for Dobbins and a throw. This is not Andrews, it's the backup tight end brought down at the 3. Kohler, I believe, is his last name. 1st and goal from the 3. It doesn't matter where the Ravens start from because our defense is so terrible. They're going to get close very quickly, and it's a throw for Zay Flowers, overthrown by Lamar. Only his 2nd incompletion on the day. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 3. Can they convert this time? Lamar out of the shotgun will be throwing, and it's for his man across the middle. Zaccheaus makes the grab, and it's another 6 points on the board for the Ravens. The defense looks terrible. The offense looks worse. I don't know what you do if you're Denver right now. 1st and 10, a minute 55 left to play for the Broncos, starting from their own 25, of course. Dump this off to Javonte Williams, who gets out of bounds. 4 for 12 for Gardner Minshew. He just absolutely horrendous start for the bridge quarterback here in Denver. 2nd and 5 from the 30. We're going to throw for Javonte, knocked away, inaccurate from Gardner Minshew. What do you expect? That makes it 3rd and 5. There's a minute 47 left, so we do kind of have to be careful about them getting the ball back, as this is a throw for Rashad Winters, who has a ton of running room. Patrick Queen just couldn't keep up, and a big 1st down for the Broncos. So on 1st and 10 from the 48, Minshew will look to throw, looking for Mims, and it's just out of bounds. Under pressure, inaccurate. 2nd and 10 from the 48, Minshew will look to throw again. Going to throw for Mims, who has the reception but coughs up the football, recovered by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens take over from the Denver 38. Actually, from their own 38, rather. My apologies. Marvin Mims has been really the one reliable target today. Fumbles on this occasion, forced out by Kyle Hamilton, recovered by Patrick Queen. The Ravens with an opportunity to make this look even worse heading into the half. I'm not sure what happened to this Broncos team. They looked pretty good a week ago, and Damari Mathis has an interception. He picked off Justin Herbert in our win against the Chargers, and now gets a pick on Lamar Jackson to save the Broncos here in the 1st half. An excellent, excellent play from Damari Mathis. 1st and 10 from the 48 for Denver. Looking to just get anything on the board, really, and this is a drop from Greg Dulcich. 2nd and 10 from the 48. It's not really going to matter if the offense can't move. Going to throw for Thornton, and we're just holding on to the ball too long, but the coverage has been pretty good down the field. 3rd and 10. From the 48, Minshew will look to throw. Finds his man, it's Marvin Mims, and he has it punched out. He fumbles on the last drive, and he can't hold on this drive. It's 4th and 10 Denver. I kind of have to punt it away. Ravens take over from their own 20. 1st and 10. The Denver offense is just horrendous right now, as Lamar will throw, dropped by Rashad Bateman. 2nd and 10. Lamar Jackson has thrown 2 interceptions, and yet the Broncos only have 3 points on the board so far. This is a screen for Dobbins, and it's going to work out pretty well. It'll bring them to 3rd and 3. They call a timeout. On 3rd down, Ravens looking to get a conversion, hoping for more points before the half. Lamar will throw, but it's inaccurate for Zaccheaus. It'll be 4th and 3. They're going to likely punt this away. Not really sure what to do at this point with this Broncos offense. Just trying to get anything going, really. Going to throw for Marvin Mims across the middle, and it's dropped. Good coverage, but still a drop. On 2nd and 10. We're going to look to throw again. I mean, I'd really like to get some points on the board before we head to the half. I guess we could dump this off to Josh Reynolds, and even though it won't get very much, it's something at the very least. We burn a timeout. 3rd and 1 from the 42, Minshew. Back to pass, we'll look to throw down the field for Reynolds, nearly intercepted, under pressure, inaccurate, knocked out. 4th and 1. 4th and 1, 6 seconds left. I'm not sure why they want us to go for it, but I guess we can just kill the clock and then throw it. But instead, it's going to be essentially a throwaway. And there's 1 second left on the clock. I imagine they'll attempt a field goal with the turnover on downs. From the 42, this is a 60-yarder, pretty much on the dot, just shy of 60 for Justin Tucker. If there's anyone that's going to make it, it's him. The kick is up, and it's actually going to be wide left. Time expires, and we head into the half. Just nothing we can do offensively, and it is very frustrating. Can't throw the ball, and we can't run the ball because we're playing from so far behind. It's a never-ending negative feedback loop. Anyway, we'll take a look around the league, see what's going on. The Chargers playing against the Falcons, who we play later this year. They're up 17-7. Chargers also 1-2 alongside us. Staying in LA, somehow the Rams and the Chargers are playing at the same time at SoFi Stadium. Rams up 17-3 on the Cardinals. Chiefs are hosting the Raiders, and they won that game 27-20 and have improved to 2-2 on the season. The Broncos will start with the football here in the second half, and they are in desperate, and I mean desperate, need of some points on this drive. 1st and 10, carry Javonte Williams. Roquan kind of blows that one up. That makes it 2nd and 8, and Tyler Beatty is in the game, and I am going to run it to the left side of the line with Tyler Beatty, and I'm really hoping he can give us one of those runs he pulled off many times last season. Not the case here, only a pickup of 4. 3rd and 4, and this offense has been really bad on 3rd down situations. Going to throw for Chester Truman, who makes the reception, and that's a 1st down for the Broncos. I do want all of you to know that I did consider benching Gardner Minshew at the half. I just don't think things will be any better with any of the replacements we have available. This is a catch for Josh Reynolds, who appears to be the only guy who can catch the ball when having some contact. 2nd and 7 from the 42. We're going to go back to the ground game with Javonte Williams, and gets chased down from behind, and now Quinn Miners is injured. So that is the right side of our line gone. We're now playing with a backup right tackle and a backup right guard. We'll look to throw here on 3rd and 4. The completion to Rashad Winters. Sees another 1st down for the Broncos. He's to the 44 in Baltimore territory. An abdominal tear for Quinn Miners. That is the same injury that Jerry Jeudy has. He's going to miss, 5 weeks? So here comes rookie Pat Foot. This is getting brutal at this point with the injuries. We're already kind of a lackluster roster, and we're getting completely destroyed by injuries at the same time, as this is a completion for Chester Truman. He's got a Rashad Winters block down the field, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown Broncos. Chester Truman, he's good for about 1 of them a game. Gets 1 here. Touchdown Denver. Also, who in the hell is number 44 on the Ravens, and what kind of audacity do they have catching up to Chester Truman? That is ridiculous. It's Marlon Humphrey, who has 92 speed, 94 acceleration. He is a fast corner. Do not get me wrong. Chester Truman, though, 99 speed, 98 agility, and 99 acceleration. He should be scorching Marlon Humphrey. But instead, it was kind of the reversal, and I almost got tackled at the 1. This PAT from Tanner Brown will make it a 10-point game. That is up. That is good. And it is 20-10. Denver still down by 2 scores. Let's see if the defense can do anything a bit better maybe this half, as it's going to be a handoff to Dobbins. Has room up the middle. Drew Sanders is there. It's a pickup of 6, 2nd and 4. From the 31, out of the pistol yet again. Somebody's in motion, as Lamar will dump it off to the fullback, and he's got a loss of 2 on the play. 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, Baltimore looking to convert. Look it down the field, knocked away by Stevenson, who maybe could have picked this one off as well. Would have been the 3rd pick of the day, but it's 4th and 6. The Ravens will have to punt. 1st and 10 for Denver, as an opportunity to make this an actually close game has presented itself. And immediately I almost throw a pick to Kyle Hamilton. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 from the 33. Looking to throw, take a deep shot for Chester Truman. It's overthrown, and it's even overthrown too much for Chester. 3rd and 10 coming up. There was a free blitzer on that play, so we needed to get the ball out very quickly regardless. 3rd and 10 from the 33. Look to throw. Gonna look towards Winters. Got bumped by Roquan as I hit the button. 4th and 10. That's not legal. Like 10 yards down the field, that contact is illegal. Like that's a penalty game. Ravens start from their own 18 on this drive. 1st and 10 out of the pistol once again. In motion, I believe that's Zay Flowers, and it is a keeper for him. And it's a pickup of 4. Make it 2nd and 6 from the 22. Lamar changing up the play a ton. Is a handoff to Dobbins, and he might be gone. Caden Stearns needs to save a touchdown, and he does just that. Up to the 32, 12 rushes for 140 for J.K. Dobbins. This rush defense is historically bad. 1st and 10 from the 32, handoff Dobbins, up the gut. Send a blitz, it doesn't matter, 2nd and 2. He's going to be close to 200 yards by the end of the day as Justice Hill has entered the game. 2nd and 2, and it's a throw, and it's caught by Mark Andrews down at the 16. 1st and 10 again for the Ravens. Gonna need another big play from the defense because the offense can't seem to do it themselves. From the 16, Lamar throws quickly, and it's punched out by, I think, Zach Allen somehow. 2nd and 10 from the 16 is Lamar empty set. It's a designed run, and Caden Stearns just runs past him. Just runs straight past him, and it's a big pickup. It's going to be 3rd and short. On 3rd and 3 from the 9, can Denver get a big stop? Out of the pistol, it's a handoff to Dobbins. They're not going to get a stop. They're going to do you one worse, actually. It's going to be a touchdown for J.K. Dobbins to match the 170 yards he has on the day. And the Ravens extend their lead. 1st and 10, the Denver offense has taken back over from the 25. It's 27-10, back down by 17. Just when there were at least a little bit of hope, there it goes even further. A pick thrown by Gardner Minshew. Yeah, that one's on me, I guess. 1st and 10 from the 40 for the Ravens. This game feels over already. This game somehow feels worse than the Dolphins game, and that was 55-10. Devin Bush make a play, -4 for Dobbins. We only have to subtract 154 more yards, and it'll be back down to 0. So we're getting close. 2nd and 14. It is a run for Dobbins once again, and it's a decent one. Nothing crazy. A pickup of 5, 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, Lamar Jackson out of the shotgun. Will be throwing here, and Pat Surtain somehow can't get a hand on it, and Zacchaeus holds on. It just does not matter. We can get them to 3rd down every time. They're going to convert every single time. Pat Surtain somehow didn't get a hand on it, and their receivers never drop contested catches. I really miss Jerry Jeudy. He didn't drop contested catches very often. Rashad Bateman on the reception as a pickup of 3, 2nd and 7. I knew it would be a tough start to the season. These are really, really good teams we're playing early on. Like, I'm talking teams that could win a Super Bowl. The Ravens, of course, were participants in the Super Bowl last season. Lost to the Cowboys in this franchise. Nobody on the team is a sure tackler. They always break out of tackles to get those few extra yards it takes to get a 1st down. It just doesn't matter, does it, if you're a Denver fan? And I don't know how you could be anymore, as this is going to be a throw for Andrews, which is inaccurate. PS2 was in coverage. 2nd and goal. We'll see if the Ravens can get into the end zone once again. My expectation is yes. I have one in motion. And it's a fake to Hill and a touchdown for Zay Flowers. Completely cooks the best corner in the NFL, and it's just not our day. 34-10, I've brought Walt Morse into the game. He will finish this game regardless of how bad he does. I mean, it's out of hand at this point. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Gonna find Winters, can't hold on. Jaleel McLaughlin will also be the feature back for the rest of the game. Morse back to throw again, looking for Reynolds, and it is a missed throw from Walt Morse. 3rd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Going to fire over the middle. Should have been intercepted. I don't even know why I threw that. It's 4th and 10, 0-3. Walt Morse will punt it away. I think that there is a serious chance that J.K. Dobbins breaks the single-game rushing record on us. Just depends on how much they're running the ball from here on out. As Lamar from out of the shotgun will hand it off to Dobbins. Actually, I don't know why I said that. He clearly did not hand it off to Dobbins. And Zay Flowers has a huge gain to the 34. in Denver territory already. End of the third quarter. I want it to be the end of the fourth quarter. This game is a lost cause at this point. We'll switch fields, and Lamar from under center will hand it off to Dobbins, who has a good carry once again. 2nd and 4. We'll see what Lamar can do once again. It's a handoff to Dobbins. Zach Allen in the backfield. A good tackle for loss for him. 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, I can already taste the conversion. It's basically already here. Looking to throw down the field, knocked away. Damari Mathis on Zay Flowers. 4th and 6. I imagine they're kicking a field goal. Maybe we get a little more out of Walt Morse this time, but on the first play, I'm actually going to hand it off to Javonte Williams. And he does break a tackle, but only has a pickup of 3. I would say we abandoned the run too soon, but I don't know if that's necessarily true. 2nd and 7, Morse will look to throw for Tyler Beatty, makes the grab, holds on, and has a first down at the 37. From the 37, we're going to look to throw here with Walt Morse. Throw for Josh Reynolds, dropped. 2nd and 10, Morse will look to throw. Going to throw for Reynolds again, not dropped this time. Makes the grab, laid out at the 46, 3rd and 1. From the 46, 3rd and 1, Javonte Williams on the carry. Does have the first down, and he goes down with an injury. From bad to worse every single week. 1st and 10 from the 50, we'll look to throw, and holy cow, a terrible throw from Walt Morse. Falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. It is brutal to not have a quarterback. I gotta say that. 2nd and 10 from the 50. Looking to throw once again, and just no one to go to. Everything was so well covered. 3rd and 18. Dislocated hip for Javonte Williams. I imagine he's going to miss more time, although the dislocations never seem to be that serious in Madden. It's 3rd and 18 from the 42. Looking to throw. I'm just going to throw a bomb for Chester Truman. Hopefully he can catch up to it. He can. It's an overthrow from Walt Morse. Will punt it away. 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Ravens. Lamar from under center will hand off to Dobbins. A good TFL again for Zach Allen. 2nd and 12. I don't anticipate them only running the ball, especially if we get to 3rd and long, as it's going to be 2nd and even longer on another false start. 2nd and 17 from the 13. It's a fake for Dobbins and a keeper for Lamar, and a great tackle by Devin Bush. It's going to be 3rd and 14. On 3rd down from the 16, I do imagine that they are... Oh, actually, it's a keeper for Lamar again. Caden Stearns makes a big-time tackle. 4th and 8. They're probably going to punt it away. The short game is really Walt Morse's bread and butter, but it definitely feels like that has been taken away, as this is going to be a reception for Tyquan Thornton, who's laid out at the middle of the field. 1st and 10 Denver. Like, even that route was short, and it was still inaccurate from Walt Morse. From the 46, it's 1st and 10. Going to throw for Chester Truman, who holds on. Known to drop it. 2nd and inches. 2nd down. Going to look to run with Jaleel McLaughlin, and he's got a good carry. Brought down at the 33, 1st and 10. From the 33, Morse will look to throw. Going to take a shot for Truman. It's knocked away. Really inaccurate. 2nd and 10 from the 33. Look to throw once again. I wanted to throw to Rashad Winters forever, but he was stuck. 3rd and 10 from the 33. See if we can convert, but we really can't throw down the field, so I find it at least a tad bit unlikely. Looking for Dulcich, makes the grab, holds on even through contact inside the 20, 1st and 10. I don't know if you noticed, but that was also inaccurate from Walt Morse. 1st and 10 from the 17. He'll look to throw. Find Thornton, who has it knocked out by Roquan. 2nd and 10. Absolutely does not help that nobody can hold on to the football through contact. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, going to go for Mims in the end zone, overthrown. 3rd and 10. We're in a very painful cycle right now where we have somebody open, we throw them the ball, they get hit, they drop the ball. We have somebody open, we throw the ball, it's inaccurate, can't get them the ball. It just doesn't matter, and another one of those times where it's inaccurate from Walt Morse. It'll be 4th and 10. Not a huge point in kicking this field goal, but at least it'll make me feel a little bit better about myself. Tanner Brown, I might have missed. Kick is up, kick is good. That would have been devastating. 37-13 in favor of the Ravens, if I even need to say that. 3.5 minutes left to play until we are out of our misery. Lamar in the zone. If they're throwing, I will throw up. It's a run, actually, for Lamar Jackson. Drew Sanders can't catch up to him. And taken out by Caden Stearns. 1st and 10, though. A big run for Lamar. 1st and 10 from the 48. It's a handoff to Dobbins. Takes it to the outside and is brought down. Pickup of 1, 2nd and 9. Like I said, I wouldn't be entirely shocked if the CPU is passing here because they're known to just not care about the time left in the game. This is a run for Dobbins. And he's got a loss of 1, 3rd and 10. 37-13 as we come into the final 2 minutes of the game. This is likely another run. It is for Dobbins. Good tackle, Drew Sanders. 4th and 6. So a minute 19 left to play. I mean, obviously no hope of winning, but just looking to have a little bit of fun now. If Walt Morris could throw accurately at least once in a while, that would be appreciated. The craziest part about him being inaccurate in the short game is that he has basically the same accuracy rating as Gardner Minshew. So it really shouldn't be that bad. A catch for Josh Reynolds gets a first down. 1st and 10 from the 43. Look to throw again. Winters has it knocked out by Roquan. 2nd and 10. Morse will look to throw. Dump it off to Jaleel, who makes the grab, and it's another first down for Denver. The clock will continue to roll. The thing with Walt Morris is we can just never throw it down the field. So it would only be the short game for him. We'll throw for Chester Truman, who makes the grab. Inaccurate from Walt Morris. Appreciate it. 16 seconds left to play. He goes out of bounds from the 34. Chester Truman still had an excellent game, all things considered, as Greg Dulcich is lined up as a wide receiver. Look to throw with Morse across the middle. Knocked away. What a play. I guess everyone is very tired because on 2nd and 10, practically no one is on the field as, oh my God, lucky that's not picked. 3rd and 10, 7 seconds. 3rd and 10 from the 34. Walt Morris looking to throw on what is likely the last play of the game. It's not actually. It's still 3 seconds left. Ravens still just sending huge blitzes nearly every time. Just throwing up for Mims. Who even cares? Not intercepted. And that is the ball game. Finally, we're out of here. 37-13 loss to the Ravens. This one felt over for a really long time. Just couldn't do anything offensively. Can't throw accurately. When we did throw accurately, the ball got punched out. It didn't matter what we did. Drops, inaccurate throws. We could run the ball a little bit, but we were playing from so far behind that it just didn't matter. Holy cow, that game was honestly more frustrating than the huge loss to the Dolphins. We take a look at player stats. Lamar had 2 picks, but otherwise played really well. 22 for 31, 254, 3 touchdowns. Gardner Minshew was awful. 35% completion percentage, a touchdown off of Chester Truman, and a pick. Walt Morse was, I mean, arguably worse, roughly the same. I don't know. In relief, rushing, J.K. Dobbins absolutely destroyed us. Let's not look at the Ravens stats. How about that? Javonte Williams, before going down with injury, 13 for 67, 5.1 a carry. I do want to mention with him going down with injury in this game, that is the 3rd game this season out of 4 total played now that he has left the game and not returned with injury, which is part of why I want to trade him away. He's very injury prone. He doesn't really finish games. He gets injured every time. Tyler Beatty was not good. Jaleel McLaughlin only carried once. Receiving, Chester Truman continues to be great. 7 receptions, 112. A touchdown. Did have 1 drop. I mean, look at these drops, man. It's insane. 3 for Winters. Defensively, Pat Surtain had 10 tackles. Kind of got schooled today, I'm not gonna lie. Cameron Bynum had 3 TFLs and a pick. What a day for Cameron Bynum. I mean, that is insane. Really good performance from him. The rest of the defense was terrible. We didn't get a single sack. Did get a bunch of TFLs, but they were kind of all in garbage time other than like a couple for Cameron Bynum. Just a brutal day. So that brings us to the end of week number 4. We got to do this QB check-in. We do have 2 new injuries. One of them is Quinn Miners, who will miss. Wow, we are so injured. This is insane. Javonte Williams with a dislocated hip will miss 4 weeks. Quinn Miners will miss 5. Jerry Jeudy still out for 3 weeks. Mike McGlinchey will miss next week. We're beat up. Not only is it a lot of injuries, but it's like all of my best offensive players. Every single injury is to a player 80 plus overall. I'm tempted to put Quinn Miners on the IR to free up at least a little bit of roster space. The IR in Madden is minimum 8 weeks. If it were 4 weeks, obviously that would help a lot because we could free up the Javonte Williams roster spot, the Quinn Miners roster spot. We could have freed up Jerry Jeudy's before, but it's a minimum 8 weeks in Madden. So whoever we put on IR is going to miss extra games despite being healthy. And to me, that would be Quinn Miners. I am going to place Quinn Miners on IR. He'll miss the next 8 weeks. It's unfortunate. We have more depth at line. I need to free up a roster spot to sign probably another running back for a little while. Let's do this QB1 check-in. Obviously, we got scorched in this game against the Ravens, so not going to be much to talk about. No need to say anything. If it isn't a win, I don't really feel like talking about it. On to the next one. Yeah, one other thing we have to talk about is, are we benching Gardner Minshew? I said I'd give him 4 games. He looked excellent in game number 3. He has looked horrendous otherwise. Is it time to bench him? The question is, if we are benching him, who starts? I think we obviously just learned that that starter can't be Walt Morse. He missed nearly every throw I attempted and was just lucky that some of them were close enough for people to make athletic plays. Andy Dalton could start, I guess. We could try to get another sort of veteran from free agency. We could try to make a trade. What do we do? Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and advance the week and we will end the episode there. A lot of stuff to go over in the next game. We do have some trade offers for Javonte Williams, maybe. No, because he's injured. Greg Dulcich and Zach Allen we have trade offers for. But anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I don't know how you did it, but if you managed to sit all the way through that to the end of the episode, I really, really appreciate you. We have crushed 500 subs, so the next goal is 1,000. So if you find yourself coming back on the regular and you aren't already subscribed, go ahead and hit that sub button for me. It does help me out a lot. And I'll see you guys in the next episode where we will play against the Chiefs for the second time this season.